Hi, everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 274. Jack is back in the house again. Got a week off of university.
Indeed.
Came home yesterday. I went out and watched the Blue Jays lose, went to a garage, hung out with a dozen people maybe. It was quite I know you love sports, so we'll talk sports for a minute. We will get to wrestling, AEW Dynamite, NXT, bit of Raw talk, some trivia. Timestamps available. Jump ahead to whatever you want, because I'm going to vent about the Blue Jays right now because you are such a sports fan.
Because I care a lot.
You love the sport ball. But anyways, they were doing fine. Long story short, starting pitcher leaves, other pitcher comes in. Everybody in the garage is like, why not? Not this guy. Not this guy. Come on. And sure enough, he blew it. So it was very frustrating. So now if they lose one more game, they're done. They have to win two more, and then they go to the World Series.
Interesting.
That's how much interest you have.
That's great.
I love the Blue Jays. They were my first sports love. They were born in the same year as me. I grew up my dad loved the Jays, so we listened a lot on the radio. So when the cable went out the other night and I had to listen to it on the radio, it didn't faze me.
That's fair. Yeah. You remember you used to do that when I was younger too.
Yeah, I don't mind listening to radio. So last night you went out with a buddy. Tonight probably going out. Oh, you went out for lunch with a friend too.
Yeah.
Because they have weeks off, but not overlapping with you. Well, barely overlapping with you.
Yeah, not everyone's overlapping.
Yeah. And then you're probably going out after this or watching Wrestledream.
Yeah, if we don't watch Wrestledream, we're going to watch it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just...
not get spoiled?
Do everything in my power. I will... Sometimes I genuinely forget that I'm supposed to avoid it, so I click on it.
Can't you just mute them or something?
No, because I don't get notifications. It's just on my feed.
Oh.
It's more work to unfollow them and refollow the account.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like when I used to have Bleacher Report and I would get I did stop those notifications, right? But I don't even touch Bleacher Report anymore. But
Me either.
Now it's Instagram. It's just it's on my feed, so I'm gonna see it if I open it.
Yeah.
The only way I get on Instagram without seeing is if I click your message notification, it'll take me directly to the message chat.
Just
and
turn your phone off.
So I won't get notifications at least. So if I just avoid it, then I'm fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes I forget when, but it'll be one of the nights where we have a show. It might have been one of the nights where I was working, because then we'd have to start an hour later, right?
Yeah.
And I just forget and I check Instagram and I see it. I'm just
Yeah.
I think it was.
It's such an automated process for you.
Yeah, I think it was. I saw the end result. I think it was. I remember seeing Tony Storm and the Mariah May. I think something like that, maybe beforehand.
Yeah, I
something
think so.
like that.
Yeah.
Right, just stuff like that. It's great.
So we'll do, speaking of Wrestledream previews, predictions for that too, right? With our certainty scores attached. I just did that before we sat down here. People will probably be listening to this after Wrestledream took place, but nonetheless, you can laugh at how wrong we are or
how wrong you are, because I'm gonna
be amazed at how right we are.
I'm gonna run it again.
Maybe
you got plastered last time.
I picked mine really quickly. I got smashed last time. That's for sure.
You got screwed last time.
Probably one of the worst losses either of us have had.
Probably, yeah, because I feel like I lost, I think, a couple before that.
We're usually within one pick of each other.
That one, you whiffed a couple decent ones. This one, I feel like
this is my redemption
most of them,
tour.
I feel like most of them are solid, but there's a couple where I'm definitely... It doesn't help that, one of them's an open challenge.
Yeah.
So it's you can't really hedge a lot on that. Because, it depends. I could, but...
I don't think it depends too much.
I don't either, but I'm also not willing to risk it.
I guess we'll get there. I was going to say. I was trying to remember how many points I gave it, but... We'll get to all of that, but I say we get started, yeah? All right, it's news, it's rumors. It's now. First news story I did mine kind of earlier in the week than usual, so we'll see. The Seth Rollins injury, I guess, right? Didn't talk about that? Because it would have happened on...
It was speculated, I think, but I don't think we actually talked about it.
So shoulder injury came on the... coast-to-coast headbutt.
Which, yeah, definitely seems like something you shouldn't have done, but...
In hindsight and maybe even foresight.
It looked cool, but in foresight I wouldn't have done it.
I did hear it looked cool. I didn't see it, but I heard it looked cool. So, surgery required. Gone for a while.
Allegedly.
Expected, right. He got us once, shame on us. Although I was in the, I don't think
a lot of people in WWE are skeptical, understandably so.
Yeah.
I think this one does seem more legit because I don't know why they would do it again.
Yes.
But I can understand why,
I know. You burned once.
Yeah.
Yes. Once bitten, twice shy or whatever.
Apparently, this is disrupting a lot of plans because
the
Braun and Braun were going to win the tag titles. Apparently Theory was supposed to show up and join them, which I think should still happen and probably will still happen.
Yeah, you're more on board with that than me.
I think you got to try. I don't think they actually tried with Theory. I mean, they did, but they didn't try very well.
And I was saying he's been gone long enough for us to sort of forget.
I never forget.
You will never, but I will.
But and then also Roman Rollins at Mania is in jeopardy because he might be out till past Mania, which is crazy.
That's what it's saying, yeah. So that's interesting. And then
at least he's not taking another hit to the knee, though. Yeah, like
I guess while we're on that train, I'll do 2 because the other one is Fatu, right?
Yeah, apparently it's not even wrestling related though.
Which is interesting phrasing.
Yes.
That you see everywhere. And it says well into 2026. So even if you want to replace Rollins at the top of the card with Fatu, which isn't
Wrong
like a
show.
crazy idea, it doesn't matter. They just move people around as they see fit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gone as an option as well.
But back on SmackDown and it's not on my news, but I'll mention because we probably won't talk about it later, is that Dragunov is back and he took the title off Zayn.
I'm excited about that.
He's got a neck tattoo.
I haven't actually seen him yet.
I don't like it because I never like stuff like that. But like he does, I don't know. He won.
He's one of my favorites. Like
but now he's on.
I know the brand
Creative Purgatory.
And the brand not that I watch Raw anymore either, but I'll at least check stuff out from Raw. SmackDown I don't even touch.
No one cares.
And I don't know if it's worth it or not.
Yeah. Biggest news of the week, which I think we were both really happy about, is that Takeshita beat Sabre for the IWGP World Heavyweight title.
Yep.
I think it was on Monday.
I saw the last 90 seconds of it, I think.
I heard the match was really good. I didn't see it on the site when I looked, so I'm going to have to try to find that at some point because I do want to watch it. But I'm super happy for him. We love Takeshita. And by all accounts, he's been killing it since he debuted in the G1 last year.
Yep.
They don't really have many other people carrying the torch right now.
I was going to say it's smart.
Some people are mad that it's another outsider winning the title, but what else are you going to do?
Who are you offering me from the inside that's better?
Umino, Tsuji, Nerida, and Yumura. I love Tsuji, and even he's not ready.
No.
From what
I'm not even saying it's the wrestler's fault that they're not ready.
No.
I don't really know. I don't follow enough to know who's to blame.
A lot of people aren't thrilled with Gato's booking a lot of the time because he loves House of Torture, and no one likes House of Torture.
Yeah, that's a tough sell.
Yeah, but Takesha's easily one of the best in ring right now in the world, and he's juggling 3 contracts. He's signed to DDT, AEW, and New Japan. So that's kind of crazy. And he's had a crazy year because I think in a year span, he won the international title of Wrestledream last year. Mm-hmm. He won the Never Openweight title in January, won the G1, and then won the IWGP World title. So it's crazy. And he's had a lot of killer matches like Ospreay, Ricochet,
and he's
Takagi,
got that
Omega, Sabre.
He's got that unquantifiable thing where he connects with the crowd too, right? Like pretty much everybody, when you see him, you're like, oh.
Yeah, and it's just his offense is so.
And he's got a physical presence.
He does,
and even just the look is all
and I've just noticed a lot of times there's things he'll do in matches where it gets the crowd going. Like when he does the driver into the German, there's a lot of people just get impressed by that. Like his boot thunderbomb is killer. Like Zayn doesn't hold a candle to that. And yeah, he's just got something about him. He's one of those Japanese wrestlers that's just connects, right? But yeah, I'm really happy for him. I hope this means bigger things for him. I think he's lined up to be the next unified champion. I think that'll probably
that's cool.
I think he'll probably beat Okada for that because I don't know who else is on Okada's level to beat him.
Yeah,
and Takeshita is kind of already being primed to go up against Okada, and it would just be big for Takeshita to beat Okada because he's already had a great Japan run. Now he's gonna beat New Japan's probably one of their biggest guys ever, right?
Yes. I think that's where you go with him. That the whole Takeshita Okada thing is going to be awesome, and then the payoff is he wins. I would assume. And that'll probably be starting up at Wrestledream. We were as early as we could have been on the Takeshita bandwagon. Right?
Yeah,
the first time we saw him.
Yeah, the second I saw him on, I think it was his second or third AEW match. It was against Hangman. It was just off from there.
Yep,
it's been great. I was so happy when he won the international title last year. So it's great to see him win a world title. Is pretty crazy for him.
It is.
So that's great. But I don't doubt it. He's awesome.
So related to the injuries on main roster, this said specifically SmackDown. I don't know who else other than Fatu on SmackDown's hurt. But anyways.
Not coming to me.
So of course now it's the speculation of call-ups from NXT.
Trick.
I was just going to say, I was going to ask you to speculate.
Trick
Oba.
Ego, if you haven't dropped that title soon.
Yeah.
I would say Ricky, if he drops the title soon.
I know. I feel like if you're doing it real soon, it's going to be
Jordan Grace.
Yeah, that's
if you need women.
Mm-hmm.
I
feel like Oba's likely.
I think Ruka's they definitely want her soon.
They have to pay off the Zarya thing.
I think so. I think she'll probably lose that title to Mariah May soon. The important one. to clarify.
Which Mariah may have told us on the program, which title matters.
And then you do the feud with Zarya, and that can put Zarya over. Zarya can win the non-important title.
On her way out,
and
brother.
then Zaruka can go up, Yeah,
it's possible.
So I feel like that gives you a couple options for men and women. I feel like that's probably enough right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they need tag team. Well, they do need tag teams for Raw, I guess. But they don't care. And there's no tag teams that are going to get called up.
They do need them, but they don't because they don't.
They do need them, but none of the ones from NXT are really ones that they would need. Like Hank and Tank, even they're not going to be champions on the main roster. I'm sorry.
There's a speed match that if it were a real match, I would be super hyped for.
What?
Axiom.
Oh, yeah.
The other guy.
Legacy.
Yes. Sean Legacy.
And then
he's awesome. That match should be crazy. Well,
someone
won't be crazy because it's 4 minutes probably.
Then it's someone against Chain Man.
Yes. He who carries chains.
He who chains.
Versus...
I don't remember.
It's in my notes later, I think.
Well, because I know Axiom's from SmackDown. Legacy's from Evolve. Chain guy is from NXT, and then I guess I think it's a AAA guy maybe, or is it TNA?
It is.
It's TNA. It's Wentz.
It is Wentz.
It was Wentz. There
we got there. Nice.
And then the winner faces not Ludwig Kaiser.
That's right. Definitely.
The winner of the tournament thingy doohickey.
I think it's you.
I was gonna make fun of the 4-person tournament, but got a quick tournament, so you're gonna quick matches.
Yeah. True. It's to scale.
New thing since we love TKO and their glorious ways.
I know it. I think I know where you're going.
The update on the Andrade situation because he returned to AEW and has not been mentioned or seen since.
And I don't think we'll see him on Wrestledream.
We might not see him for a while because apparently TKO contracts now have a clause where if a wrestler is fired for cause or whatever it is, they can be held out of appearing or competing for anywhere else for up to a year. Just another scummy tactic by them. Like, the 90-day no compete was already a thing of the past, but this is like way worse. And you've seen it too, that like this can't be holding up legally. It's just someone has to sue them.
I did read that it probably...
There's no way this can hold up legally.
It was like delicately phrased, like question the legality of it.
There's no, like, if the 90-day thing was ruled out, that like
right?
You're gonna hold someone from working somewhere else for a year, like. Neither of us were really big on Andrade showing back up, and I don't really care if he's there or not, but I do think it's messed up to like keep him out for a year. Like, let him wrestle. They didn't want him for whatever reason, like whether it's his fault or theirs, they didn't want him.
Well, the with clause would mean it's probably his fault.
It is, and that's fine, but then don't like let him wrestle wherever. It's not their problem anymore. Like, I don't really need him in AEW either, but like if he's a free agent, let him wrestle in AEW. I don't.
As a company, they're incredibly petty, right? Like.
A year is crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, and again, I don't care to have Andrade there because we've got a great roster as it is. Like, I'm not going to miss him, but he should be allowed to work there. If that's where he is signed and Tony Khan wants him there, he should be allowed to wrestle there because he's fired. Like, it's a year baffles my mind.
We'll see if it plays out that way. So mark this date and we'll go a year from now. Starting now.
Wrestledream 2026.
There you go. Last thing I had was WWE faces internal backlash, whatever that means, over Brock Lesnar's return. Apparently, it's the Observer's reporting several members of WWE's production team, including women, have voiced strong dissatisfaction with his return and how it was handled.
But are they paying WWE to stop? Because otherwise they probably won't.
One source described feeling, quote, disgusted. So,
well,
no doubt.
I'm sure that's going to do a lot to change their mind.
Yeah, they're going to see the article and go, oh, I didn't think of that. Our bad. Lesnar, home you go.
Get out.
That's all I have.
I saw there's also internal concern over the Ridge Holland situation because they're letting his contract expire while he's recovering from a foot injury, and apparently that's not going over well. At least, so the good news is they're covering his rehab costs, which is cool. Nice.
Yeah.
But it's messed up they're not paying him while he's out. Like, both major companies, not just WWE, AEW too, they are all obsessed with adding injury time to the contracts.
Yes.
So then you pay them for the full extent of their deal, and you pay them for, they still get money while they're out hurt. But
even when they got hurt working for you, which is crazy.
No, he got injured in TNA matches, which he didn't get paid extra for.
Right.
Which that's crazy.
But just in general, even when you get hurt on the job.
So that's and again, I'm no Ridge Holland fan. Never really was.
No,
but I do
definitely not.
I do feel bad for him. Like, that's gotta suck.
Yeah.
Kind of kicking you while you're down. So that I feel bad for him, especially because we were talking about the black mark he has on his career. I do feel really bad for him. Just like the freak accident with Big E. Like that's not entirely his fault. It just that happens sometimes, right? Like, I was saying Alexander must feel bad about the Ibushi thing since, I don't know if we mentioned the broken femur for Ibushi, but he's supposed to be 2 years now, which that sucks.
And then at that point, is it worth it for him?
I don't know.
Late 40s coming off of that?
Because even now we were questioning Ibushi until a couple matches maybe? He had lately, right? Like,
yeah. He had just started looking like somewhat like himself, and now he's gone.
So that sucks. Yeah, but Ridge Holland, that really sucks for him because,
yes.
I mean, I don't think he's ever destined for big things there, but
no.
Still.
Yes. I got nothing else.
No, me neither.
All right, let's get into talking about our favorite show every week. That is Wednesday's AEW Dynamite. Talk to me about Dynamite.
Starting off in my favorite way, it was Tony Storm on my TV.
Oh, I do have thoughts about things on this show, I'll say that.
I mean,
there's a few things.
That's kind of the whole point of being here.
It is.
So,
but sometimes I don't feel strongly about stuff.
That's fair. No, I agree.
But today there's some stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. We get Storm and Statlander sitting down with Renee. They both start taking their clothes off for reasons, and then Renee takes her jacket off and settles them down.
So stupid.
Just
right out of the gate.
Okay, we'll just
yeah.
I'm just gonna keep going.
I'll let you finish.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Storm talks about how empty she felt when she lost the title, and she'll take it from a woman she admires like Statlander if she needs to, and she doesn't know who she is without the title. She's still the same caricature, by the way. Statlander says she's the culmination of everything she was before, which I described as part alien, part more than a woman.
Right.
Whatever that means, take it for what you will. And she will outlive her doubters, and she is most deserving of the title in any timeline. Storm says, quote, "Pro wrestling is a lie that reveals the truth."
Okay.
What? That got audible confusion for me in the moment.
Looked good on paper, I guess.
I disagree. I just
sounds profound though.
That's control your narrative. EC3's doing he's being deep, and it's
him and Jeff Hardy are the best at they're convinced deep, there's depth, but there isn't.
Yeah, deep, meaning.
Jeff Hardy's music is something else.
Jeff Hardy's some of his paintings are kind of cool. Cause it's just he does the face paint thing. Something's kind of I'm sure they have some deep, cool meaning or whatever. But some of them look interesting. But his championship belts also
great. The worst.
Something probably so stupid. Anyways, besides the point, they ask if the interview is over, and then they both leave to meet in the ring. They go to the ring, begin to fight. They go back and forth. They're both taunting, hitting the other with the belt. I don't know. This was stupid. I genuinely can't Tony Storm. This was so stupid. Stupid right away.
All right. We haven't talked about this at all. We watched it together, but we did not say a word about this. So I'll let you cook.
Some of the things she said genuinely made no sense. It was so... I wish I had all the quotes because it was so dumb. Let me see if I can find, I want to see if AEW has any, because you know how they do the recap and they'll have, some of, the actual, lines from the promo? I'm wondering if they would have that because,
I don't even think that some of the words for Tony Storm, they were fine, but the affectations of her character, kill any chance she has at sincerity.
Yeah, and,
right? I'm closer to cringing than being entertained.
And the voice is so... dumb. I felt I don't know what it was, but it felt more obnoxious
it really
here.
Grated on me hard. Here.
Ever. I don't know what it was. Let me see if I can find it.
Unfortunately, I didn't think Statlander sounded good either.
I thought
she was trying to get through stuff that someone else wrote for her.
I thought
that's what it felt
she sounded fine delivering it, but it sounded like she was trying to stoop to Storm's level.
It was.
Just the way that she was speaking. I thought her delivery was fine, but I thought whatever was written was stupid.
I'm just laughing because you hated this too, because I was sitting there going right off the rip with Renee. She doesn't behave like that in any other situation. So is this contagious? Tony Storm, whatever she has is now contagious. So I don't know, man. I even wrote, where is it?
People have been commenting how for lack of a better term, lesbian this feud is because they were lying down in the ring together talking and and Tony Storm does do the kissing thing a lot but for what? Why?
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's bad or wrong.
Do whatever.
Why?
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. They're acting because I guess it made sense. It was kind of funny when it was her and Mina kissing her because they were like close and they had this friendship because of the Mariah May thing, whatever. They've literally made the point that like these two have never faced off before. They have no history together.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
I said that this bugged me so much, and because it's high profile, like championship tier,
like it should be taken seriously.
Oh, what I'm saying is, I'll probably talk about this at the end of the year, at some point, because in terms of like the profile leading off a Dynamite too, I was annoyed right off the bat. The first segment,
I'm sorry, but I know a lot of people like this character, but like this is stupid.
I didn't like it at all.
This is the stuff she does like this is why she will, when it comes to characters, I will talk about her at the end of the year.
I know you will.
I'd say this year has gone worse than last year, and it's been like this was so stupid.
That's just funny that you disliked it as much as I did.
So stupid. Jurassic Express promo backstage, mostly just Perry talking. He says he doesn't hate the Bucks. He loves them. He'll always be grateful for them. But when he needed them the most, they didn't pick up the phone. So he had to find someone who would have his back. And Luchasaurus is snarling. I thought it was pretty simple. It's kind of the explanation you would expect, just given like what would be kind of implied. But I liked it.
It was a little vague because my memory sucks, right? And I just laugh because once you notice, they use the whole "you never called me while I was away" that trope a lot.
It is a common trope.
But it doesn't,
which is probably a nitpick, but like it's fine. It makes sense. There's a lot of that was ambiguous because it was like, to be fair, you could also go the route that, remember the Bucks and Okada like cut and run after the Bucks lost the tag titles? Remember like they had that whole thing where like they were shredding stuff in the back and they dipped really quick. But Perry, Perry stuck around though.
Yeah.
So you could also make the argument that they also abandoned him, right? And then maybe he called them at some point, whether it was then or when he was on his hiatus. And
I would have loved specifics like that.
I would like specifics, and maybe that's just me filling in the gaps. But there's a lot that like is vague here, so this is decent into filling the gaps enough. Like it's fine.
And I think even with Perry's like character change, him and Luchasaurus still like fit together well somehow.
Well,
like,
yeah, because I think they both changed a bit, but they're both at the core. They're still similar to what they used to be, right?
Yeah. So, and we got that nostalgia because we used to love that. Most people did, right? So yeah, they work.
First matchup is Goa taking on the Hurt Syndicate. I got Lashes right here actually, and Ricochet.
You do.
Lashley hit a stalling suplex to Khan. He hit Leona with the overhead belly belly. Then we get the tag out to Benjamin for the hot tag flurry. Later on, Ricochet sees Leona from that knee from Benjamin, but then he gets clocked by one himself.
He does. The way he fell off the apron was just a little extra that like Ricochet does.
Yeah, only Ricochet can do. Then Benjamin hits some big German suplexes. Chucking Khan, because Khan's not a small guy.
He's not.
Real life prince.
Nobody's small in this.
Real life prince.
He's a prince.
Yeah, and then the ref gets distracted by MVP's cane. Ricochet hits Benjamin with the spirit gun. He comes in, and then Khan pins him. And then Goa get the win there.
I thought this was a good, like, really physical TV tag match, and big win for Goa. Like, yeah, there was shenanigans, but like again, this is Hurt Syndicate really helping out these guys. And they're now like pretty established tag team, right?
Yeah, and I like it because like it's a cheap win, so it protects the Syndicate, but it's still big for Goa because it's like the first time the Syndicate, these two have been pinned in tag action, right? So it kind of works both ways. And I thought it was solid. I think it could have been better. I think we could have gotten a bit more time out of this.
But we're running it back again, so we're
getting a trios match pretty soon, so it's similar enough, right? So I thought that was fine. But yeah, this was good.
Toa no selling the, what was it, a DDT, I think, surprised me.
Samoan, isn't he? Headbutt?
True.
Head.
You're talking the wrong part of him.
It's like
that old chestnut.
You can't powerbomb Kidman unless you powerbomb him twice.
Sorry? You
can't powerbomb Billy Kidman unless you try it twice.
Why?
Because he always counters it the first time.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
You should know this. Why do I know that and you don't? This is why you suck.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a good match.
Then we see Darby and Mox brawling at New York Comic Con, and then we get their face to face, which is in like this prison like spot where they're only talking through like a glass window with like the holes in there. Which I thought was cool. Mox says he wants to make sure everyone understands the implications of an I Quit match. He says in Toronto there was zero chance Darby would put him in a coffin as the game was rigged, as it was. He says the game is rigged in both directions this time because neither of them will quit, and he's out of ideas for what to do. So he asks Darby how this is going to end. He says it's never too late for Darby to be on the right side of history. Darby says he's thought about joining the Death Riders, and he gets what they're doing for AEW, but it's Moxley, and he saw what he did to Danielson, so why would he go to war with someone who would turn his back on a brother like that? Mox says sacrifices and hard decisions had to be made. Darby talks about standing on Everest with the AEW flag and what AEW represents to him. Like freedom and whatnot. Mox is chipping away at what makes AEW special. He'll hang his flag in his house to remind him what this place is about, but not before he chokes Mox out with it, which I like that. Mox says he's never lied to Darby, and he says Darby's opponent Wrestledream is Ghost, like it is whenever he does his crazy stunts, trying to prove he's indestructible or something, which is a selfish game. But he says the biggest difference between them is that this isn't about him. Then Pac comes in from mine and beats Darby down aggressively. We get there's blood smear on the glass, and the way it's shot was really cool. I will say, I thought in general, I thought this segment was pretty cool. I really liked the atmosphere of it, just the different atmosphere. I thought aesthetically it looked really cool. It stood out, and I thought also with the prison aspect, it's a cooler way of doing the no physicality thing, because realistically, these guys would never agree to that. So I like that the prison setup forced them instead of introducing oh, we're gonna fine you $100,000. When they're gonna end up fighting anyways. This makes sure they can't fight. Mox found a way around it, obviously, but it makes sure that they can't fight. So I thought that was cool, and I thought the way it was shot was really cool, especially when Pac attacked Darby. Just the angling and the way it was kind of blurry.
I was gonna say it
looked really cool.
Beat down, even just a different location made it definitely.
I thought this looked really cool, and I liked what Mox was talking about. Because I feel like it's kind of how we feel as well. I don't know how realistically this can end, because I assume Mox would quit, but in his mind, he's not going to quit.
Right.
And he knows, as we do, that how the hell would Darby quit? So I don't know where that leaves us. And that totally tracks for me. I kind of like Darby said, too. The notion he would consider joining the Death Riders is strange at first, but while it got lost in the mix of things when Death Riders kind of lost their way, their primary goal was to, quote, make AEW better and force guys to stand up, right? And that's how they started, at least, right? And I think that is a vision Darby could get behind, obviously, because he's talked about. But I thought
the choice of words of every day I think about joining you.
That I do agree. Coming from? Maybe he's going back to there, but I could tell it did. Yeah. But then obviously they suffocated Danielson and did other things. I could see him considering joining them pre-suffocation.
Yeah.
Which, that's a odd thing to say.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But anyways, I like their back and forth here. I like the kind of not respect, but Mox is I never lied to you. And he doesn't have respect for Darby, but it's something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how when he came back before the Death Riders formed, he was trying to get Darby to hand over that title shot before they had to have the match for it, right? It's just the weird relationship they have. I find interesting. 'Cause they're rivals, but I feel like there is some sort of respect there. You know, it's interesting, right? And I thought the beatdown with Pac was really nasty and was really cool.
So I thought it looked awesome. The atmosphere was cool. I thought Moxley was fantastic. I could not get behind Darby. And I was torn by this segment because Mox was so fantastic that Darby, for me, wasn't really performing well. And it was such a glaring in direct comparison. I don't know. There was something about it. The whole, yes, I think about joining Death Riders every day. And then he tries to,
every day
slowly chipping away at AEW. Okay, give me examples of that, because I don't that's a very generic thing to say. I don't know. I felt like Mox crushed it and Darby kind of got dragged along with him. And then I agree the beatdown looked cool in a different spot. So I liked 75% of it, I guess. But the 25%, I was frustrated, because if I thought Darby was even hanging with Mox at all, then it would be an awesome segment. But I don't know. I didn't love what was written for him. I didn't love the way he delivered it. But the rest was cool. Yeah.
Then we move on to Claudio Castagnoli versus Roderick Strong, which feels a little random, but I can't complain.
But on paper, you're yes, please.
Yes.
Right?
Really clean tilt roll backbreaker from Claudio. I think it's one of those times where he catches him at a leapfrog and just kind of grabs him midair, spins him, backbreaker. It's just the things that Claudio does.
Yes.
Back suplex on the apron from Roddy. Then he goes for the wrecking ball dropkick, but Claudio catches his legs and swings him into the barricade. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Strong's able to hit the wrecking ball dropkick later on. Then he drops Claudio with the backdrop on the barricade. After some fighting atop the corner, Strong hits a backpicker on the top turnbuckle, which always looks really cool.
It does.
Then Roddy, the finish comes. He goes for a jumping knee. Claudio catches him, grabs his midsection, holds him in the air, and then pops him up into an uppercut. Just the strength of Claudio again, right? For the win. And I thought it was solid. I just felt like it ended a little abruptly.
Yeah.
I feel like there could have gone a bit more, but. And while it doesn't have a lot of reason for existing, both these guys are great, and I'm always happy to get more really strong minutes. It's a good match.
There's not a lot of point to it. I loved a lot of it. I thought the counters.
I thought it was a pretty solid TV match.
The pace was good, but the last minute when you said the backbreaker on the corner, it took forever for them to figure out to hit that. And then remember they were talking on the mat for like 10 seconds and then immediately into the finish. So other than the finish, the last like 30 seconds was really strange. The first bit was awesome, I thought.
Then we get a Callis birthday dinner with the Callis family. I noticed Trent is in a cast, which would explain why he hasn't really been around. No RPG
and they kind of put him right front where you would notice that, right? You can easily see it,
right? Yeah. Callis says they grow numbers in the interest of power. Numbers are power. And he says they'll do whatever it takes to get what they need. There's a bunch of gifts there, and Fletcher says he has a special gift, which is Takeshita appearing on a TV. He says he couldn't be there, but he says happy birthday to Don, and he will win the IWGP World title for Callis. TV shuts off because Okada turns off. He says he pressed the wrong button. He's so sorry. And then they all toast. I like this. I thought Callis was solid, and Takeshita sounded fine. And then I mainly just Okada really made me chuckle again. It's so funny.
But it's kind of badass too.
It is.
Because we all watched you. You have no reason to touch the remote at all. We all watched you pick it up, but nobody's. And he just comedic. He's kind of like, I know that you know I'm bluffing, but what are you? And
Callis doesn't really care because Okada's like his new golden goose because he's got the title. Yeah. He's the big star from Japan, right? Like, so it works. And I like it's a callback because I was telling you that was that segment where back when the Clean were feuding with EVP Bucks.
Yeah.
They're doing like the rap entrance, right? And then the music shuts off and you cut to Okada backstage. He's pushing the buttons and he says the exact same thing, but he says he's doing like the fake crying. And I remember then he goes like straight face. He's like, bitch. Yeah. Back when that was like the big thing he would do.
Gimmick, yeah.
So this was a nice callback to that. I thought it was really funny.
At first, love Okada. I thought when they went to the to Takeshita on the TV screen and you can see them push
There's
play.
There's like a sheet over it.
But you could see them also push play, and I thought, oh no, they're going to try and pass it off as a live thing. But you can watch them pushing play on the video, but they didn't.
They didn't.
Kind of made it implied like he had recorded it earlier, which I was like, oh, thank God.
Well, yeah, and I think even the way Fletcher said out too, it's like,
hey,
it
wasn't a live
conversation. I got Takeshita to make this video message for you. Yeah, I like that too. And Okada still got that comedic timing, which I love. That was really great.
Yep.
More Callis family boys, as it's Davis, Alexander, and Hechicero. They're not winning. Against Omega and Jurassic Express.
But there's not the fall guy. It's kind of a group of 3 fall guys, so I guess you could take your pick.
Pretty much any of them are fall guys, really.
Yeah, that's true.
Who even took the fall? I don't even remember.
I remember. It's not who I thought.
It's Hechicero, right? It was. Yeah. Hechicero hit like this cool drop to hold thing to Omega. It looked like it torqued his knee pretty good.
Yes.
That was cool. Jurassic Express with some tag offense to Alexander. Alexander gets parried in an ankle lock. Luchasaurus gets taken out. Then Perry breaks free, and Omega, he was down on the floor too, taking out Hechicero. And like, so then you see him kind of thinking about whether he wants to tag in Perry or not, because he's still got that beef with Perry, right? From last year. But he does. He tags in and clears house. Does the you can't escape routine to Alexander. Gets a 2 count. Alexander with some really clean, like consecutive Germans to Omega. Omega counters a third. V-trigger to the back. Another running knee for 2. Then we get a good Haas fight and like a big collision between Davis and Luchasaurus. Perry spikes Alexander with a jumping DDT, looked really good. Then Hechicero hits him with that spinning hammerlock backbreaker, looks awesome as well. That turns into like one of those crazy sequences where everyone's getting involved.
You were like, I started grading the moves and then I realized I couldn't keep up.
Because the first 2 at least looked really sick.
Yeah.
Perry shoves Omega out of the way, takes a big lariat from Davis. Davis catches Omega with a pretty nice enziguri and just sticks him with a pile driver for 2.
He does.
Davis still has it. And then Perry and Luchasaurus hit like this escalator doomsday to Hechicero for the win. After the match, the Bucks came in, double super kick to each member of Jurassic Express. Omega stops them from hitting a Tiga driver to Perry. Then they kind of like are arguing or something. Then Luchasaurus takes them both out. And then Omega and Jurassic Express take out the rest of the Callis family.
I thought the match was really entertaining. It was nice to see. I thought Davis looked good
probably my
too,
favorite
right?
match of the show.
Yeah, it might be. Davis did look good.
I'm not sure what else to.
The tag match was good.
That's true. This was probably my favorite.
And the Doomsday Device looked dangerous. Man. Yeah, Hechicero's not a little guy.
I love seeing a good trios match, and I thought there was a decent story too with Omega and Perry. That was kind of like a decent story,
and that was the big point. Perry sacrificing himself.
Perry sacrificed himself, and so Omega ended up helping him out after the match, right?
To clear the slate.
And I agree. I thought Davis looked really good. He looked like he hadn't skipped a beat.
Yeah.
And he's a really killer Haas. I know he never wins anything, but he's one of those guys that I always enjoy watching when he's
Haas,
in.
Yeah.
Whether he's in a singles match or a trios match or whatever, I love seeing Davis, so I'm always happy to see him back. But the rest of this was good. The action picked up towards the end. That one sequence was really great.
It was. That was
in general, this was good though, and it furthered Perry and Omega, if that's a thing. Omega and the Bucks is still getting teased. Jurassic Express Bucks gets pushed a bit more.
Productive.
All around, yeah, good piece. Then we get Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue, less poignant.
I felt this was a grind early on. This one,
yeah, it definitely like took a bit to get going. It's because like they even commentary pointed out that like they went to wrestling first, even though this is like a bitter feud between Hayter and this faction.
Was this one where commenters even like? I expected this to start out faster. This is slow. Yeah, that's right.
There was a really cool draping neckbreaker on the floor from Sky Blue. I thought that was neat.
Credit where credit is due.
Middle rope, missile dropkick from Hayter, followed by a corner clothesline and backdrop suplex for 2. They traded strikes, and Sky Blue actually hit a decent super kick. Like, there were a couple of shots she hit that were good, and then Hayter completely whiffed an enziguri.
She did.
So that was reverse of what you would expect.
Yes.
But that ends with a hate breaker from Hayter. Followed by slam on the floor. Blue sounded like she landed hard.
Super hard.
She must have landed on something under the mats, because like...
And it was all right on her lower back tailbone area. Like hard. All the impact.
Mm-hmm. Then we get Hayter for the win. We get a video promo on the Tron from Tekla. She's not impressed with Hayter. She attacked Hayter and Meg just because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Her name means chaos and poison, and she wants Hayter to impress her.
Was Tekla cool or lame?
Somewhere in between, I feel like.
As soon as the first half, right up till... You recap it again, sorry?
She's not impressed with Hayter. She attacked her because she was in the wrong place.
Stop there. That part, I liked it. And then when she started doing I'm Poison, I felt like that
okay, that's fair.
So I was like, is she kind of cool? But
she is. And I genuinely forgot what she sounds like, just her voice. Yeah. So I thought that she sounded cool.
But match-wise, I said it started out slow, and then it turned out to be, I would say, solid. But like, Hayter's offense is cool. She looks good.
I'm just never impressed with Sky Blue in the ring, so whenever she's there, I'm like,
She's one of those where some of her offense looks cool, but it's that connective stuff, right?
The connective tissue's not
really when she's sometimes running the ropes, or when she's selling things, or the one thing that gets me with a lot of them is, you know, when they're running at you for a clothesline and they know they're going to miss you, and it looks
and like awful. Even her strikes, some of her strikes are good. Like the super kick, sometimes they're not. So it's like, it's a really mixed bag with her. But generally, I don't find her that great.
Yeah, but the match was solid. I said.
Then we get Mercedes' main interview. I was like trying to predict what she was gonna say beforehand. Remember?
I feel like you could basically copy and paste from one week to the next. Well, like, if you were just to give the gist of it, it's pretty much the same.
Remember, I was like beforehand. I was like, I have 10 belts Monet. I'm the CEO. Some shit like that, right?
And you're like, please let the puppet show up. Where's Harley and the puppet?
Yeah, right.
Save this.
Right after you're watching the Muppets.
Yeah, and I was watching Muppets Take Manhattan. I was 7. That was a big deal.
There's a rat complaining about tips at a cat.
Yeah. It's a trip, man. And even just them, I was telling you, that they're just walking around in Manhattan and nobody bats an eye at a group of puppets.
I was saying to you, we should do like a realistic...
While a guy sells puppets.
Yeah, while a guy was like puppeting in the background. I was like, that's the part where I was like,
see,
you've got to
there's levels to it. That's how genius.
Now it's messing with you. Now like they know. Now they know it's stupid. So they're gonna like,
you could have put anything there, but you put a puppeteer on the side.
It's Manhattan. Anyone could be selling anything on the streets.
Nope,
but
puppet.
like you had to choose the one thing that basically kills the premise of the movie, which like is so funny. It's like I'll let it pass.
And you watched 40 seconds, and that's what you got to see, basically.
Yeah, I was saying it'd be funny if you do a realistic take of the Muppets where like they're all psych ward patients, and it's like all we see is the Muppets, but like it's actually people like,
crawling around with them in public
and like acting like that's their thing. I was like, it could be proto furries, because instead of like being in the costume yourself, you have to like settle for a puppet as your avatar. It's
the entry level.
This was like Muppets were ahead of their time. Now we could do like that, and the Muppets would be like anthropomorphic people. And
Fraggles as well.
Fraggles, oh, that'd be worse. The Fraggle movie would be terrible.
So we went from wrestling to Fraggles pretty fast, but it happens. It happens to us sometimes. Digressions for sure. We went from Monet to because of Harley Cameron. I'm like, how did we get there?
We went from Mercedes Monet to Fraggles.
And Renee was back to like openly loving Monet again, right? Which I also don't understand.
Either this or she disrobes. Pick one.
Right. She's very. She's got a range. She's got good range.
She's got good range. I don't know. Range, sure.
Maybe.
She brags about 10 titles. Talks about defending the CMLL title against Persephone on Friday. She's gonna set the record for longest reigning TBS champion. She's gonna go in Wrestledream with Slaughter Gold and longest title run.
Yep.
I like how she said like
It was what she always does. It was fine.
It was fine. But, like, I like, because Renee was talking about her, like, tying the Ultimo Dragon record, so she calls herself Ultimo Monet, and she's like, I don't want to just tie the record.
Ultra Monet, wouldn't that be better?
Yeah, like Dunder Myth Infinity.
Right. Ultra Monet.
Yeah.
She missed the opportunity.
But, like, she's like, oh, I want to break records, but I'm like, you haven't broken the record. One.
Yeah, you got real petty about this.
One. The record's tied because Ultimo Dragon had 10 belts.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So not a record broken.
We went to 8.25 belts or something.
8 3/4, I think you said. Two of your belts don't count. One
is attached to another one.
One belt is attached to another one. Good. Yes, you
It's a parasite belt, if you will.
It's a parasite belt. It's a leech.
Yeah.
The other one is a tournament belt.
Right.
Does Hangman go around claiming he has 2 belts? No, he doesn't.
Speed? Well, I guess they won it in a tournament, but...
What, the speed belts?
Yeah.
Speed belts are like a championship because it's defended.
How dare you?
The speed belts? Yeah, they're a thing.
They exist.
They are a belt.
Yeah,
but, like,
they are.
She's claiming 2 belts. Like,
no.
You're not. Just stop. And I'm sorry, but, like, I said this online, and some people were, like, saying how some of the belts are
10 belts, not 10 championships.
Fine. She did technically say that, so I'll give her that, but, like...
So she wins.
I guess.
You lose.
But, like, Ultimo Dragon had 10 championships and 10... It's just, like, I think 8 of the belts were in the J Crown.
Right.
You know what the J Crown is?
No.
Oh, it was, like,
Japan.
It was a tournament where 8 different, like, junior heavyweight cruiserweight champions...
Combined for one big tournament.
And, like, each belt was on the line each match, so, like, the finals ended
cool.
The finals end up being for everything.
A couple guys with a bunch of belts.
So, yeah, Ultimo Dragon, I think, won that from, like, Great Sasuke or someone, because I don't think he won the initial tournament for it. And he also had the WCW title, and I think the IWGP junior heavyweight title. I think he had 2 belts that were not affiliated. I watched a video talking about the J Crown, and it's so confusing to, like, see some of the belts. Like, there are two of the NWA belts that are almost identical looking. I think they are identical looking, but, like, there's, like, the world, because there's some belts where it's, like, the world historic middleweight, like, stuff like, it's just stupid. Anyways, hers is also dumb.
Yes,
is my point. And, like, also, we've said this before about her too. So many of her belts are, like, from these random indie promotions. Like, she won the Body Slam title. Like,
prestigious.
I don't know. She won a title from Austria. And I'm sure it's great for, like, these indie promotions. Like, their belts are on TV. But who's, like, seeing this and I'm like,
let's buy tickets.
I'm gonna go see a Body Slam wrestling show. Like, or if I'm in Austria, I'm like, if I'm in Austria, I'm probably already going to indie wrestling there, because when are, like, WWE and AEW coming there? But then no one new is going to be like, oh my god, that belt's from Austria. Right. I'm gonna go watch them.
Nobody.
Like, there's so many.
I can't imagine
pointless indie belts, which I guess is kind of what the Jerry Crown was too. But then that also it's just stupid either way. Like, Omega's was cool because he held 3 titles of 3 major promotions: AEW, Impact, AAA. So you want to go TNA, they're still major enough, right? Like that's something, right? Or, like, when I think it was Kojima had the Triple Crown and from All Japan, and then the IWGP title from New Japan. Like, that's major.
Yes.
Right? Or, like, when FTR were the triple tag champs of ROH, AAA, and New Japan. Again, ROH is not what it once was, but still beats pretty much any indie in terms of notoriety and, like, you know what I mean? So, like, less belts, yes, but more impressive.
Yep.
Because important. But, like, she's being, like, I don't even know who she's being for half of these belts.
She can come get what's the GCW one?
Do they even have
our GCW, not like the big
one. It wasn't, like, called Wild. It's like
Great Canadian Wrestling.
Yeah, I think it was called the Wild title or something. It was like something BMOS, and it was like, I forget what Wild stands for.
I think they're close to us in early November, maybe. Anyways,
then we get the Ops versus LFI for the AEW World Championship. No, I forgot to write trios.
That is not correct.
Trios Championship.
That's correct.
Which I fixed. Hangman's also on commentary for this. We get Shibata and Roos trading chops and German suplexes. Shibata hits Drilisko with the boot in the corner, rapid forearms, hesitation dropkick, chancery suplex for 2. Hobbs takes out Morris and Roos, then Drilisko, in his infinite wisdom, flips him off, tries to jump at him, gets caught, world's strongest slam from Hobbs for 2.
Looked good.
Finish comes in, Shibata takes out Roos. Joe catches Drilisko again, trying to dive at one of them. He's just stupid.
Yeah, at this point, it's not smart.
And he locks him in the kicking clutch to get the win. LFI attack after the match. Roos spits in Hangman's direction, so Hangman comes in for the save as Guevara just, like, is on the outside doing nothing,
watching
until he saves Roos from getting hit with a buckshot. Then Joe picks up the world title and like shoves it in the Hangman. Like
get a little
Hangman
stare down. Yeah. Cool match, strong action, but like I don't know, LFI. You know I love me some Rouge.
Here's my issue too, is like a few weeks back I was saying this to you, like they lost a trios match, like a non-title match, sorry, where they were beat handily by the Ops. So there's no threat here.
That's my biggest problem.
And I was saying
I couldn't get into it.
It's not even like there's a different combo here. It's like not even like, let's say you want to have Moros and Driscoll and there as the Fall Guys. Fine. You replace Rush with Guevara for the match.
Yeah.
It's a different combination. You didn't even do that. It's the exact same combination that was handily beaten a month or two ago. So there's really no like there's no drama here, which sometimes it's fine if they're like the predictable results not always an issue, but like I feel like we just saw this and like
it needs more to overcome.
It was
that
less
for
competitive.
Me. Yeah.
Competitive, sorry, yes. Yeah. And like it was a fine match, just not for a main event.
I agree.
Which and there was the collision hour stapled on, but we didn't.
No, we did not. The time. Yeah, like you're saying, this match just didn't feel important, I guess, because LFI, even though I like them, they're not.
I've been watching season 8 of The Office.
Have you? They're not present on Dynamite a lot, and
no.
So I'm kind of hoping,
even if they're not, and this was built on Collision, that's fine. But like this was built on Collision a while ago, and they were trying to get a trios title shot. They kept beating up the Ops, right? But then they got that non-title match and lost easily.
Yes.
So it's not even the lack of build; it's the lack of build, and like I have recent evidence to point to the fact that they shouldn't be getting a title shot.
And I'm fine if, like, let's say Hurt Syndicate moves on and ends up helping out LFI next to kind of build their credibility. That'd be cool because I like the people in LFI a lot.
Yeah, I like everyone. Even Guevara, I like.
They're not visible, right? So they could use some exposure if Hurt Syndicate wants to help them out. That'd be cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely I like a B tier main event at best, I thought too. Mm-hmm. So that kind of, the show for me was below average, right? I was underwhelming main event. Gave me something to talk about, which was fun, but hated the opening segment. Didn't love a bit of the Moxley thing. There were the tag match, the other trios match were good. What are you giving a grade? Because I'm torn between two.
I would go B-. I think there's enough good things to like the show still.
Because I was B- or C+, and I have B- written down.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with it.
We've been out of the C range, I think, the entire year. So I would like to give them the benefit of like, you know, not in that range, but like I do think the matches generally were good enough to keep it out of that, and like there are a couple segments I liked.
Yeah,
there's one I hated, but it's
not like
fun.
I didn't like the main event. If it were in, you know, the first hour in the middle or the second hour in the middle, I would like that was a cool match. But as the main event, it wasn't the right one. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's head into a little bit of trivia next. We call it Off the Top of His Head. Okay, trivia this week is called, what did I call it? Real name or no? Okay, pretty clever.
I don't get it.
I'm going to fire them off. The rules are very, very complicated. I think you'll figure it out as you go.
Sure.
So is it their real name or not? Okay. Dean Malenko.
Yes.
No, Dean Simon is his real name. John Cena.
Yes.
Correct. JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Yes.
It is real. Correct.
Took me a second.
Michael Hayes.
No.
Correct. Not correct. It's Michael Seitz, apparently.
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yes.
Correct. I actually knew this one. Wade Barrett.
No.
Because his name
Stu
is
Bennett.
Right. I don't know why I knew that
one.
This one easy. Shawn Michaels.
No.
Real name?
Michael Higginbottom.
Correct. Terry Funk.
Yes.
Yes, real name. Lou Albano.
No.
Incorrect. It is his real name.
Shoot.
Ivan Koloff.
No.
Correct. Oriel Paris. Greg Valentine.
No.
No. Gregory Wazinski. Kevin Nash.
Yes.
Mickey James.
No.
It is her real name.
Shoot.
Let's go for some fun ones. Jimmy Snuka.
No.
Correct. James Ryher, maybe. Ricky Steamboat.
No, because his...
Good.
No, it's something like...
Richard Blood.
Yeah. I saw someone say it could be Dick Blood.
Nice. Arn Anderson.
I feel like... Yeah. No. Yes.
You think it's his real name? His real name is more him than his real name. His real name is Martin Lundy. Or Lund. Lunde. So interesting. Hard one. Dusty Rhodes?
Oh no, because isn't it like Runnels?
Right. William Regal.
No.
Darren Matthews is his name.
That is weird.
Chris Jericho. I know this one.
No.
Because
I feel like it's something else.
Because his dad was a hockey player, Ted Irvine. Chris Irvine. Christian Cage.
No.
No. Jay Rezzo. You know
right. I
wow.
forgot.
Vladimir Kozlov.
No, because he used like Proteus. He used in TNA
as that. Yeah. Marty Jannetty.
No.
Real.
Really?
Yep. Jim Neidhart.
Yes.
Real. Scott Hall.
Yes. Obviously.
Correct. John Morrison.
So
now you have to go
Hennigan.
Which of his name is real.
Hennigan.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
What else we gonna do? Randy Savage.
No, because it's like Poffo something.
Randy Poffo. Yeah. Tully Blanchard.
Yes.
Real.
Because Tessa, right?
Michelle McCool.
No, that can't be real.
It is
That's
real.
real?
I know, that's a tough one.
That can't be real.
And finally, let's go with Brian Kendrick.
I feel like that's real.
It is real. Paul London.
That feels real too.
It is real.
That does sound real.
Good job. I don't know. I just thought I'd try something different this week to see if you knew, and you did. Almost all of them. All right, so we'll now go back into wrestling. We'll talk some Raw. We'll talk some NXT. We call it Highspots and Restholds. Starting with Raw, a few things notable for sure. One, I'll let you talk about if you want to when we get there. I guess it was the finishing angle of the show was pretty significant. Starts out with Rollins cutting an in-ring promo. Essentially, he's the best. And then, I mean, in hindsight, pretty on the head here. He's like, I never needed anyone. Specifically, like, I never needed Braun Breaker. I never needed Bronson Reed.
Right.
I never
just
needed
really
Paul
setting
Heyman.
it up last minute.
Gee, what's happening here? And anyways, that will pay off at the end of the show. We had Dom Mysterio beat Penta. I thought the finish was cool. Rusev got involved, and he ends up hitting Penta in the leg with the bell hammer, and then I think he put the bell hammer in his boot and hit a 619 with the bell hammer in the boot to knock him out.
I like that, actually.
Crowd really behind Dominic Mysterio, like cheering him more than Penta in the bits I saw.
Yeah, remember they did that Mania when he won the title? I thought it was weird. So,
I mean, I would love to extend the feud and then double turn. If they could if AI could write that. We did put that in the news.
As if I'm already not done with them, but like if they're writing stuff with AI, I'm done.
Yeah, the AI that suggested Lashley do the Tensai.
Lashley do Tensai
gimmick basically,
which is such a good idea.
Ripley pinned Kairi Sane after EO came down or was already there, I don't know, to neutralize Asuka on the floor. Heels attack post match. Rhea takes control for a bit. Looks like she's gonna put Asuka through the announce table, but it ends up Asuka hitting a DDT to Ripley, and the table did not break, if I remember correctly. Bronson Reed beat Jimmy Uso, which I'm glad to see keep his momentum going.
Yeah, he's been doing really good.
He wins with a tsunami. Jay comes out to save Jay from taking a Braun Breaker spear. My note says Lyra has the wrong Bailey, so Lyra slaps her to get the right one, and it works. So Bailey demolishes because she's doing the like hugger / violent heel Bailey gimmick, I guess.
Yeah, she's doing like the bipolar gimmick,
dual character gimmick. So she snaps into her vicious character, takes out the Judgment Day women, elbow drop rose plant to Perez, so Lyra and Bailey win. If this is where they're settling into, like they're a tag team where Lyra has to slap,
like it's like
a Festus.
I was about to say Festus,
which is amazing.
Which is always good when you get compared to Luke Gallows.
The fact that is Gallows is one of my favorite things.
That is true. That's
Jesse and Festus.
Yeah. Fessy and Justice.
And the only other thing I had is that Punk beat Jey Uso with the GTS, I think, to get, as they said, one step closer. And then
he's number one contender to a title held by a guy who might be gone.
Right.
So like it's gonna be like if Rollins is actually gone for a while, they'll do like a tournament to like have someone face Punk for the vacant title, I guess.
Yeah, probably. So
otherwise, what title shot did he just earn?
The Vision destroy Punk and stand tall after, and then you go ahead and...
Oh, what is this one? Breaker, Spears, Rollins?
Yeah, Breaker, Spears, Rollins. And then you can sort of pick up Breaker talking to Reed, basically. I can't remember what he was saying. But then Reed clearly sides with Breaker, drags Rollins over for a tsunami. And then Breaker picks up the title, right? And Heyman is reluctantly...
He's confused. You can see that he's surprised and confused, but then he ends up joining with them, yeah.
Right, he kind of reluctantly raises the hands of Reed. And so... You told me, how long has the Vision been around?
Okay, so...
Felt like
Breaker,
6 weeks to me, so...
Breaker joined them on the Raw after Mania, so at least since we'll say like end of April. And then...
Okay, so 4 months or maybe or whatever.
But if we want to count the Vision forming as like really being the whole thing, when was Saturday Night's main event? I don't know.
It doesn't like feel to me like it's been together long enough to have this dramatic a breakup.
No, apparently this wasn't planned until early 2026, but I think that's one of the things affected
the injury has sped up the timeline.
I believe so, which I don't think was necessary, but sure.
Because it's a cool, and again, this is all they care about. It was a cool moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Out of context, right? Like if you just snip that moment, it looks pretty cool. It would have been cooler another 6 months down the road or something, storyline wise. But again, they don't care. So I guess they did what they could there. NXT, Saints comes out first to talk about Trick. He panders to the fans a little bit and then talks about how Trick has abandoned NXT. Even though he's the champion, he's calling his shot and giving Trick a title shot at Halloween Havoc.
I guess it's just so personal.
Yeah. It's a fighting champion.
You cost me a match for interpromotional pride.
That's right. So now you get a title shot.
That makes sense to me.
Trick comes up on the screen to respond.
He's just like, no.
He's like, Ricky can't stand the fact he's doing everything Ricky wants to do and looking better doing it. And Ricky is so mad that he's putting the title on the line. Sure. Ricky says, this was where it got really cheesy. Ricky says Trick's time is up and he probably slipped and bumped his head putting on cocoa butter. Which I think that they thought was going to be like, oh, burn, but it kind of just fell.
That sounds stupid.
It fell very flat. No problem with it. Both of them can talk. And Starks is a brand new champ. He needs a quality win, like a credible challenger, and Trick is that, I guess, right? Evans and Slater talk about their match being ended by Darkseid. You said you saw it and that it was pretty good.
Yes, I did like it. There was a lot of crazy stuff towards the end, of course. The one spot I like was like Slater's like chopping Javon. They're doing like the chop exchange thing, and then remember the Ospreay Fletcher match where like they're chopping and Fletcher pretends to go for a chop, he super kicks him.
Yeah.
Javon did that, but he like super kicked him, just like jump cuttered him, and then hit a springboard cut after that. They're doing a lot of crazy stuff, yeah. And then Darkseid ruined it all. Like actually, they went to a time limit draw, which I find ironic that in a title which like X Division is no limit.
20 minutes.
They have a limit,
yeah,
which is 20 minutes.
And not even a long limit.
No. And then they restarted the match with 5 minutes left for them, and then Darkseid came out.
So at least they got a full-on good match.
Yes.
I don't know why. I started watching Bound for Glory, and you know what match I saw? That's going to come up at the end of the year.
Yeah, you told me Tessa and Gia.
Tessa and Gia Miller. Oh, yeah, I texted you that.
Why? Because like Gia's really bad.
So I've just opened my document because it was so bad. I immediately opened the best and worst of and wrote down before I forgot. So I put Gia can't wrestle at all and misses several things. Alicia Fox, lengthy distraction, takes forever to set up Jody Threat, flipping onto everyone, including Tessa, which should have resulted in a DQ. Like Jody Threat, the ref's watching, jumps off the rope, takes out everyone. That's and true. Tessa Blanchard.
That's true.
Bad finish, Tessa needing a roll of quarters to beat an uncoordinated non-wrestler on a pay-per-view.
Uncoordinated interviewer.
Short but really awful. So yeah, there's that. Hardys come in, say that they'll take care of Darkseid because that's who they were trying to send a message to. Of course, great to see the Hardys as always. My God, they're both so old.
You're going to get to watch them on Halloween Havoc.
I know. Briggs and Cardona had a solid match, I guess. I just don't need to see Cardona.
I'm surprised Cardona lost.
At all. That was my thing. Although once you watch the match, he dominated. So I was the same, like, they're going to have Cardona win, which is so stupid. What does he need any momentum for? And Briggs could use it.
Yeah. I guess he gets it still then.
Briggs is getting a big reaction from the crowd as a heel, but it feels like one of those ones that will not translate anywhere else. It's like that's the NXT group, what they do.
Yeah, kind of like
It's
back
happened
the Full
before.
Sail energy, like
Yes.
kind of like Tyler Breeze was one
Yes.
of those vaudevillains. Adam Rose,
the
Bailey
tag
even?
team that was super dominant.
Ascension.
Yes, them too.
The tag team that was super dominant.
And you knew right away. I know
Yeah.
how to get there. Yeah, so Briggs won with a big boot that actually looked really good, kind of like test a little bit. 8 minutes, and yeah, I was happy the outcome was what it was. Hank and Tank chase you, and the Culling are backstage. Lyra shows up. Basically, all these tag teams want title shots, so it's going to turn into a triple threat on this show. Izzy Dame says she'll win the Battle Royal, which is the main event for a title shot. Lyra's like, but what about Paxley? Because she's in the thing too. And she's like, she'll be there to watch her, to support me the whole time. So it's obviously this thing of Dame is selfish and Lyra's trying to help Paxley. So cool. Lyra's busy, of all people to be on prominent on.
Why does she have to be in NXT other than like to further that stalker storyline that doesn't need to be paid off anymore?
So it's like her stalker that she's now super supportive of. It's weird. Fatal Influence remind us that they are badass is my summary.
Because they have a new member.
Right, so they remind us that Laney
which is good because they hate rookies.
Took out Nyx and then helped Jane retain against Jordan Grace? Lola Vice.
Jordan Grace was getting a haircut.
Oh, right, by cheating. And then basically Laney Reed's like, since I couldn't beat them, I decided to join them. So this group is such a basic, like cookie cutter group that they can just slice one off,
it will not matter.
Throw another one in, and it changes nothing. And I might have used this analogy before for wrestlers. They are like wrestling tofu, where like tofu's great if the seasoning and the flavors of the other stuff with it are good, but on its own. So like if they're in an angle in a match in a feud with something cool, then they're fine, right?
Yeah.
But they're super bland. Dr. Wagner the third.
El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
I even paused for you to do it. I won't say it.
Why you can't.
He beat Lexus King in under 8 minutes, and I do not enjoy Dr. Wagner 3.
El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
He seems pretty bland.
To be fair, we thought that about a lot of luchadors.
And the problem is there's so many good luchadors in both companies. Like, on Raw, right? You've got Penta is better, Dragon Lee's better, Escobar's better.
Even Rey Mysterio in latter day is still good.
Even Mendoza and what's
Wild.
his face are awesome.
Dorada, Hechicero, Mordos, even Dralistico I think is really cool sometimes.
So
Roosh.
Wagner's just bland to me.
I thought about like him and like we saw Templario I think.
I didn't love
Atlantis Jr., Magnus.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys.
Just kind of generic and not
even for
exciting.
me, a lot of the time Mystico doesn't stand out.
And maybe working with King isn't the best option for him.
Probably not. But.
Shining Wizard, Michinoku driver, he wins. But King being in a spot like this is why I think he'll have a long career. He's that heel the crowd will cheer against no matter what. And he can just like be a momentum builder for babyfaces.
He might not do a lot, but like he could be a decent mid card heel if they want to elevate him a bit.
Yes, or he's just like you give the babyfaces momentum on their way to mid card, whatever.
I'm disappointed that the page matches in title for title. I like Ego to get some multi belts, multi belts interpromotional action.
So he does come out. They go back and forth verbally, and then Wagner announces that their match will be a Day of the Dead match, which is just no DQ.
The street fight.
Plus decorations, I assume.
They better bring, like, there better be piñatas. Otherwise,
I don't think piñatas.
No.
But there'll be skeletons and stuff.
He's Mexican. There better be piñatas.
Sombreros.
Or this is not the WWE I know. They just like should be beating each other up with metal sombreros or something.
Yeah.
And like giant skull things. They both should paint their faces.
Yeah.
Even though one of them wears a mask, he's still gonna paint his face. And also they better bring back the wheel. I want to see like a Coal Miner's Glove match and Jack-o'-lantern on a pole match.
The wheel was it spin the wheel, make the deal you want back?
Tables, ladders,
but that might bring Shotzi back too.
No, she got released.
But just for this, just for you.
I don't think so.
I love Ethan Page, but I'm kind of lukewarm on this feud and match because Dr. Wagner 3 has not done much to impress me.
Dr. Wagner Jr.
Say it!
It's like when Fletcher's like, say my full name.
I will not. Saul, Ruka, and Zarya are backstage. Man, so Maybelline's a sponsor?
I have seen that. So I don't know what that is.
They cut to backstage and it's like Zarya, first of all. going like, oh, I love my Maybelline, blah, blah, blah. My favorite color is blah, blah, blah. And Strawberry's like, oh, I have the same one. And it's just like...
Why would you pick them of all people? Like, who else? I feel
it
like,
was a lot.
I feel like,
it's
like
a lot.
Lonnie would be good for that. Maybe like Lonnie and Lola Vice. I don't know. Like,
that would make
literally sense. Just not them.
It was strange. So Zarya doesn't understand why Ruka's in ring gear, and Ruka says she's in the Battle Royal for a title shot, and Zarya's like, how many titles do you need? And I guess she's like, because she has a match with Blake Monroe, she's like, I'll take on Blake myself. So this is like the slowest of slow burns, though, eh? Kind of like, and I'm not saying I'm complaining about it.
It's like, at least they're actually telling a story.
Yeah. I remember I thought it was way too early to have Zarya be good, but now it's been so long, I kind of forgot that she would never got a heel run at the beginning. Yeah. Like I thought she should have. But I think she did a good job here of being like, just kind of tired of Sol Ruka's actions looking selfish to her. So Santino makes a match with Stax and Slater. Only notable because he referred to Stax as his future son-in-law. So that is canon now.
Did Stax have the cup with him?
No. He had Santino's daughter with him. But
so he's the Heritage Cup champion.
Oh, right. Which is just gone.
It's
that is not canon. So they swapped out a cup champion for Santino's future son-in-law.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Blake Monroe beat Zarya in under 8 minutes. So Monroe gets a chair. Ruka comes out to stop her while the ref is dealing with Ruka with the chair. Monroe gouges Zarya's throat with, did you hear this?
Stapler.
A hair clip. So
from Maybelline?
And then probably has to be. Then the beauty shot for the win. Yeah, why wouldn't Monroe be using the Maybelline? Wouldn't that be more on brand than Zarya? That also
is better. That's actually even better than what I said.
But anyways.
I guess you just want Babyface doing it though. But like,
to be fair, Zarya does wear a lot of face paint and makeup and stuff, I guess. But I don't think it's Maybelline.
No, it is. And she told you her favorite color too.
This match was fine. And the finish, again, we get more fuel on the Zarya Ruka stuff, right? Because it's like you were distracting the ref while I got hair clipped in the neck. Could have died.
Wow, Blake Monroe's really just a crazy hardcore wrestler. Haircuts, right? Throat clip.
It was a nice way, like she at least cheated to win, which makes sense. But yeah, the hair clip is not the strongest thing, man. I already mentioned it, but they announced, I guess Ava it probably was, I don't know, a men's speed tournament kicks off next week.
Yeah, we were talking about
We already mentioned the matches, so we'll move on. The Hank and Tank Chase U Culling triple threat match or whatever was a no contest because about 3 minutes in, who came back?
Darkseid.
No.
Oh, OTM. Right?
OTM with now with 100% less Wes Lee.
No, the wrong guys.
Who was he with?
High Rise.
Oh my God, High Rise! I forgot existed.
They were the ones with Jada Parker.
That's right.
Who's also gone from them. But like, how many times? I feel like they've come back before.
I forgot High Rise.
Does one of them keep getting injured or something? Like, I feel like they've come back a bunch of times.
They actually have a cool presence. I thought.
I like
Price.
Yeah.
Right. Lucian.
Look
Price,
at
me knowing names and you
That's
not knowing anything.
Time.
So yeah, I was kind of glad to see them back. If they improve in ring, they're kind of. Something about them. They have. I
was
going to
say they could win the titles. And I was about to say, who are the champions? Oh yes, the Hardys.
Oh yes, the Hardys. Exactly. Oh, I can't. So NXT tag champions are guys my age.
Yes,
makes sense. Sol Ruka apologizes to Zarya backstage, and Sol gives up her battle royal spot to Zarya. So seems like everything's fine at that point, right? So it's good. We're going back and forth. And then the main event is that 20-woman battle royal for an NXT title shot. Notable stuff, really only Ren Sinclair was supposed to do something cool. She was on the apron and then was trying to like hold on to the ring post and swing around outside it or something, but she fell.
Like a Kofi thing.
She fell and was gone. Yeah, I think they were trying to give her like a...
Yeah.
So she fell off and was gone. Zarya eliminates herself because Monroe comes out and attacks Ruka, who's at ringside. And Zarya, I guess, had gone over the ropes onto the apron and then decided to jump down. So she eliminated herself.
I saw her jump down. I didn't know she had done that. So that makes sense.
So it's a simple way to further two things at once there, right? The slow burn, you cost me the match, and also Monroe and Ruka, obviously. Final 5. I did note that Kendall Gray was booked to look really strong in this. She came down to the final.
She just won the Evolve title, I think, the day after.
So Kalani, Tatum, Jordan, Kendall, and Izzy Dame are the final 5. And then it ends up with Paxley winning. Its Dame is running at her and Jordan Grace, I think.
I saw, yeah.
Up against the ropes. And
Pax is kind of pulling it down or whatever.
Paxley, and then shoves both, or clotheslines. Both end up going over anyways. She wins. Lyra comes out to celebrate with Paxley. Battle Royals generally are pretty lame, so this was fine. Like, it wasn't bad, but...
Yeah, it's hard to make them interesting.
They furthered a couple things along the way, I guess. I don't know. I would have liked to see what Ren Sinclair was supposed to do in that spot too, but it didn't happen. Not an exciting main event, but at least it had stakes, right? So that's something. All right, that's going to finish that. I guess last thing we'll do, right, is make our predictions and stuff. So our predictions and certainty scores for AEW Wrestledream. So you take the lead on this, and then I usually agree or disagree with you.
So I believe for certainty score, we're ranging from 1 to 9.
That is what I have.
Which is lower for AEW pay-per-view, which is okay.
Yeah, it gives them a little more time, I guess, for some.
And it just might not run as long as well.
That's true.
Which is fine.
Would be fine, for sure.
Okay, so the first one I have is Tekla versus Jamie Hayter. I am taking Tekla. I feel like she needs a defining win, and Hayter will be fine if she loses. She could have her team win a Blood and Guts, and that won't really hurt Tekla.
All right,
so I'm taking Tekla at 5.
I'm gonna stick with mine. I took Hayter. It was one of those ones on vibes. I just feel like she's more prominent, and I don't know.
I feel like she hasn't been that prominent.
I guess I'm gonna take her. 2 is my certainty score.
Okay.
Low score.
Then we get Hudson versus the Demand in a trios match. I think giving the Demand the first win, having Goa beat the Syndicate in tag match, has done well to legitimize them, and therefore I think them losing here isn't a big deal.
That's right.
I think it makes most sense to wrap up the feud with the babyface win. You'll get Syndicate some momentum back since they lost the titles. They got cost the titles from the Demand, and then Goa beat them cheap this past week. So they're kind of due for like their comeuppance again, right? I
agree 100%.
So I'm gonna take the Syndicate at a 4.
I took Syndicate at a 3 for exactly all those reasons. It just like feels Wrestling 101 that it's time for them to get the win here, right?
Jurassic Express Young Bucks for $500,000.
Woo!
I think it has to be Jurassic Express to have them come back and lose their first big match would be kind of lame, and I think it's more entertaining to see the Bucks chasing money.
Exactly the same as me. Like this is why the certainty score is good, because that'll be the only thing different.
Like they just lost their money, so why would we give them money again already?
And you know Jurassic Express are not losing, right? No, I don't think.
Give the dinosaur the money.
Yeah.
I'm taking Jurassic Express at a 6.
Exactly the same. Even 6 was my certainty score for that.
That is probably the least interesting thing we could have done.
Yep.
Well, that's awesome.
But we don't stage anything, at least you know. Or we would have made this more interesting.
Okay, then we can move on to Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. This was probably the hardest one to pick for me.
It's your lowest certainty score?
Not necessarily. Oh yes, it is. Never mind.
Me too.
It wasn't, and then I was kind of shifting stuff around, just because it's hard to find out the way you want it to work sometimes, which is why I usually do my picks and then I'll score them out.
That's exactly what I did.
Okay, so I'll go through my whole thing here.
Please do.
I think I've thought about this one most of all, and I think ever since the match was made, I've been thinking about it a lot. I think we both said it has potential to be a sleeper hit of the night, because these guys work really well together.
I do think that.
I think it should get a decent run time now that they're both kind of established more. I think this could be really great. And so I really think it could go either way as well. I think Fletcher, this TNT title run is important in establishing him as a champion material, testing the waters for a big title run. And he's only held it for just under 3 months. I checked, it's been the last time they updated it, which they usually update it after Dynamite, I think, 79 plus days. However, Briscoe's also been more popular than ever this year. He's on the run of his career in terms of match and promo quality and getting some actual big feuds this year. The time to strike on him as a champion, maybe now, because who knows how long you can ride this wave of like popularity.
That is what I've been saying for a while,
right?
Yeah.
I really don't want to see Fletcher lose his title yet, but I also do really want to see Briscoe finally get some big moment, right? Since I never would have thought he would like a year and a half ago. Like we were always saying, like he's a guy that have good matches, he's always going to lose, but that's okay. He's never going to really do anything. But that's really changed this year. And I think ultimately what it comes down to is Fletcher's undeniably a future top guy. He's just waiting in the wings for the right time to get his moment. I think he's already ready-made for the Unified World title. I think, really, what else do you need to see from him to prove that he's ready? His promos are dynamite. He's got his character figured out. His in-ring work speaks for itself. He had a defining feud against Ospreay. He nailed it against Briscoe. great main event match against Hangman. Like he proved he can be in a world title match and hang with it, right? And I think we can also have him spin off into a feud with Omega, since now the Andrade thing's clearly at the window.
Yeah.
For now.
For a year.
Yeah. And since that's been planned, and I think like that feud stems from he just like beat up Omega after that match, and like that doesn't need a title though, right? And especially if it's the TNT title, Omega doesn't need that title.
No.
Briscoe's popular now. He's on fire now, and I think he definitely deserves the title. And I could see him doing like an open challenge fighting champion run like Orange Cassidy, and that could be really fun. So I wouldn't be surprised if he loses, but I'm gonna take Briscoe. I feel like it's his time, and I think Fletcher will be fine if he doesn't have this title.
So I'm taking Fletcher with 1. I just think there's kind of log jams at the other titles right now.
I agree, but that's why I threw in the Omega feud, because I think that's worth his time, but it doesn't need a title.
But I feel like the Callis family is going to lose. Okada's title is going to go to Takeshita. Takeshita's going to leave, and they still going to want someone with gold in the Callis family that can be.
Then Fletcher, have him gun for Takeshita.
So I think it's Fletcher's keeping it. Just
that's
doesn't.
Fair.
Even though I'm
think
the one
go either way.
I've been saying Briscoe. If they're going to do it, they should do it with him ASAP. But that was more of the world title for me. I was like, if they're going to do that,
I don't think Briscoe's touching that.
But anyways, I'll take Fletcher for 1.
Okay. Then we have Monet's open challenge with TSL, which is interesting because it's just, who knows. I feel like this could be where Dakota Kai shows up, because that rumor kind of was rumored for Title Tuesday but didn't come to fruition.
She ain't winning.
I agree. If she comes in, I don't think she's winning.
Who could come that you think would win?
Windsor, but I wouldn't put her as an open challenger, so realistically, I don't think she's coming here. I think Monet has had such a mammoth run that I think Windsor not only deserves to win it, but deserves to have a build to winning it. I think I think it should be a full gear. I think next month we have Monet lose it. So I think Monet retains regardless. So I'm taking Monet at a 3.
I took Monet at 8. I just don't. That was my thing. Like, who's coming in that I think she's losing? They're making so much of this. All these belts, they're not promoting anybody to come in. Like, I think when she starts losing, they're going to want to capitalize. I don't know. So I'd say
agree.
8.
That's fair. Then we got Brodito versus Takeshita and Okada for the tag titles. Pretty straightforward. Not a long build to this, and we all know what the purpose of this match is.
Yes, I think so. To entertain me thoroughly, and then
yeah, Takeshita and Okada are more of a super team than anything long term. They're going to have issues. It's going to cost them. Takeshita will turn. Brodito will retain. So I'm taking Brodito at a 9. Wow,
9. I went 5. Same logic, just I guess I was more confident in other things.
Statlander and Storm. If Statlander loses here, what a waste of a moment.
Agreed.
Storm doesn't need the title again just to do the same stupid shtick over and over again. She's doing the same stuff with or without the title. It's just now she's like depressed. So she doesn't need the title again, just have to do the same unrealistic, mind-numbing caricature garbage at the top of the card.
And if you take the title off of Stat now, you're going to have a hard time ever convincing us that she belongs up there. Like, it's already...
She needs to beat, like, the consistent champion to, like, help legitimize her.
I agree.
Right? So I took Statlander at an 8.
I took Statlander 7. Same logic again. I will be... Well, you will be super pissed if Storm wins. I'll be annoyed. You'll be angry.
Yeah, especially because we really like Statlander too.
Yeah.
So personally,
and I want let's give her a full try.
I really want this title run to succeed for her, because if so, then she could easily get another run down the line. I want this to make her.
Me too.
Right, because I feel like they've struggled
even
with
after that awful segment on Dynamite. I'm still like
that. I don't place the blame solely on her. No. I place it mostly on Storm.
She's so hard to work opposite.
That's what I'm saying. I think like working opposite her drags Statlander down, especially.
It doesn't help. That's for sure.
I think it made Statlander worse, and Statlander's not even an exceptional promo.
No, she's not.
Then we get Moxley Darby I Quit match. I feel like Darby has to win.
Me too.
He lost in Toronto, and the whole narrative being pushed by commentary, Moxley like he won't quit. If he quits, then everyone looks stupid.
Right.
So I think Darby has to win, and I think this could give Mox a well-deserved hiatus. He's the steady guy in AEW. He always deserves a break, I feel like.
If you pass out, what happens?
No, you have to quit.
I have to wake you up and make you say I quit?
Except for WrestleMania 11, where Bob Backlund just made unintelligible noises to quit. And I think like I saw some theories that Claudio could take over for a bit. I think that'd be interesting. You could have him run Death Riders, like, because they're already kind of mid-card. You could have them like mid-cardish and Claudio or Pac, and then you could do a power struggle thing when Mox comes back.
Yeah.
But either way, I think Darby has to win, because how does he lose? So I'm taking Darby at a 2. I could see Moxley winning, but I feel like it should be Darby.
Once Moxley won the casket match. I think the writing was kind of on the
That's
wall
fair. That's
for this
valid,
one.
yeah.
I went Allen 4 for all those reasons. Just feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And last but not least, Hangman, Samoa Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
I love Samoa Joe, and I really like what they've done with this bill. I think it's been excellently done in spite of the straightforward probability of the outcome here. But still, that doesn't change the fact that Joe doesn't have a shot. I was amazed he even got his title run last year, which was great.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen again. And certainly not at Hangman's expense. Like we both said, Hangman needs a lengthy run here, and it's not ending now, and not at Joe's hands. So I'm taking Hangman at a 7.
Yeah, I took Hangman at a 9. And this is like the evidence that when we call people like placeholder feuds or placeholder challengers, it's not necessarily
doesn't have to be a waste of
derogatory,
time, yeah.
because this is what this is, but it's interesting and the match will be cool.
Yeah.
So it can be done, like it has to be done, so it can be done well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I took page 9 for that one. And I guess that's going to wrap us up, eh?
I believe so.
So we may have time to talk about Wrestledream
That's
before
true.
the next episode, right? Because you're home, and hopefully we're inspired because we loved it would be the ideal. So there's a chance we'll put that out before episode 275. If not, we'll tack it on to the front of 275 next week. Either way, we'll be back here. I think you'll be in studio for that one as well.
Yes.
So I can leave the setup the way it is. Awesome. All right, folks, that's going to wrap up 274. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday. And until then, everybody, take care.